Hi, today we're going to configure PowerLevel10K theme for zsh using Docker. So this is how the theme will look once we install a PowerLevel10K. For this we're going to use a temporary Docker. In one command we're going to install zsh, vim and PowerLevel10K theme. For that we're going to use Docker. So for this you should have installed Docker in your Linux machine, and we're going to run this one line command and it'll give us PowerLevel10K theme, and we'll learn how to configure this as we go. Let's see. So for this, so we need to run this command in one line. So let's check. So docker is a docker command. We're going to run the docker command using -e for terminal, -e, and also color terminals. -it is interactive terminal, and -rm is for removing the Docker after we finish. So we're going to use Alpine Linux, and we're going to enter into sh and -uec : and we're going to update Alpine Linux. Then we're going to add apk add git zsh nano vim. Then we're going to clone to the depth of 1 this repository into a home folder and a folder called PowerLevel10K. This is where it is going to pull this repository into our home folder and the PowerLevel10K directory inside our Alpine. Then we are going to call echo. We're going to source this folder inside Alpine, that is PowerLevel10K, and there is a folder inside. There is a POWERLEVEL10K.zsh-theme, and we're going to save this as zsh-c. Then we're going to get into our PowerLevel10K folder, and we're going to execute zsh. So once I enter, now it is going to pull the Alpine image, update the Alpine image, add git zsh nano vim. It is going to pull this repository to the depth of 1 and save it into a PowerLevel10K folder inside our home directory of Alpine, and it is going to source the PowerLevel10K zsh theme file and is going to create a .zsh-rc, which is the zsh config file, and it is going to get inside this PowerLevel10K folder and run zsh command, and we're going to get a power level 10K configuration window. Let's see. It is going to fetch Alpine. It is installing Nano, Vim, zsh. Now it is cloning, and we are at power level 10K configuration wizard. So we just need to answer a few questions and power level 10K will be ready. So does this look like diamond? Yes, I type yes. Does this look like a lock? It does look like a lock. I type yes. And does this look like a Debian logo? No, it is not. So I type no. Does this look like a Python logo? No. I type no. Do all these icons fit between crosses? No. So there is some overlap. I type no. And I can choose the prompt style. I can use a lean, classic, rainbow, or pure. I can choose either of any of these four. So I'm going to choose rainbow. I type 3. And I'm going to choose Unicode by choosing number 1. And show current time, how you want your time in your shell to see. I will choose number 2 like this, 24-hour. And prompt separator, whether you want an angled or a vertical. I would prefer vertical. And whether you want the prompt heads to be sharp like this or a blurred. So I will choose blurred. And the prompt tail, whether you want flat, blurred or sharp, I would like blurred. And the prompt height, whether you want all your code in one line or 2 lines. So I would like 2 lines like this. I type 2. And whether you want the prompt connected like disconnected like this or connected like this. So I can choose number 2, which is dotted like this. And what do you want for the prompt frame, whether you want a frame, left frame or a right frame, or you want left and right both frames. So for this I would prefer right frame. So I type 3. And the connection frame color, whether you want lightest, light, dark or darkest. So I would go for light. And prompt spacing, whether you want a compact prompt or a sparse prompt. So I would prefer sparse. And whether you want few icons or many icons. So I prefer many icons if you are especially using Git. So I type 2. And whether you want your prompt flow to be concise or fluent, I would want a fluent prompt. And whether you want to enable a transient prompt, I would prefer no. And the final one, which is confirmation, which is verbose recommended. So I can choose verbose. You can also choose quiet and off, but this is what is recommended. You can restart from the beginning and start choosing whatever choice that you want for your power level 10K. I'm going to choose a 1 and apply changes to zsh-RC. So all the changes that we just chose, now it will be written to the zsh config file. So I'm going to type Y, and I have everything configured in my zsh config. So there is a new config file called .p10k zsh which is created, and there is a backup also if you would like to come back later. But now this is the power level 10K that is configured for you. So let's clear the screen, and this is what it looks like. Okay, now I can just to a ls, and I am inside the power level 10K, so I can go to the home and check for ls-la, and there is a new zsh-rc file, and also .p10k.zsh. So if I open my zsh-rc file, so it is going to connect my zsh configuration to a source file at PowerLevel10K folder and a theme called PowerLevel10K zsh theme. Okay, so if I want to see what is there inside my PowerLevel10K, I need to get into this .p10k zsh. So I can go to .p10k zsh, and all the configuration is inside. So it is around, alright, let me just check how many lines are there. Set relative number, and I go to line, so it has got 1685 lines. So all the configuration is here. If you like, you can come in here and change all the config that you would like to do. Okay, let me just demo how you can use PowerLevel10K. So let's create a git folder. Let's say git tutorial. So I go into git tutorial and I get to see my folder. I can create a git init. Okay, now it says I am in my git and the master branch, so I can touch a file. So it says one file has been created. I can create another file, touch b.md. It says 2. I can now git add all the files. Now it says okay, now I have added 2 files because it is saying +2. Similarly, I can add git commit -sam my first commit. So for this you just need to create your git config. I'll just do a quick one. So now I can type git commit -m first commit. Okay, so my first commit is there, so I can add git log, and it says my first commit is here. So similarly, I can say git branch another branch. So I can go to git checkout another branch. Sorry, another brack. That's a spelling error. Okay, now I am in my git another branch, so I can go to git branch, go back to my okay. That's how you can configure your PowerLevel10K. Thank you.